me. Hi, welcome to the Forex Expo. So my name is Reem, and I'm representing CFI here. First of all, I know you've heard a lot, and I know probably you're bored by now with going all over the stands. So I'm going to be quick. I'm just going to talk briefly about CFI and our journey. Is it okay if I remove the mask? Okay. There is a social distancing respect in there. Okay. So let me tell you guys, CFI has been in business for over 22 years now. We started 22 years ago. It was a small bank, investment bank in Switzerland. And then this bank, because it started growing, it was only investment, just pure investment. The owner of that bank met someone from Lebanon, and in Lebanon it was basically loans, bank, but giving loans. So they joined the effort of investment and loans. Slowly we started growing, and we saw people more interested in investment rather than the part where it was pure banking. So this way we started expanding 22 years ago, and we started in Lebanon from a Swiss company. The manager is now the owner is Jordanian and a Lebanese. They joined forces and they came up with CFI. So it was Credit Financier, now it's Credit Finance Invest, okay? So we started with 22 years ago in Lebanon. We started expanding. Now we have 6 different branches around the world, regulated from each entity. So in UK, we are regulated by the FCA. In Dubai, DIFC. We are regulated from DFSA. We are located in DIFC. In Lebanon, of course, we're regulated by the central bank. In Jordan Security Commissions. In Cyprus, CISIC. So we spread around the world. This is how it all started. And to be honest, the business grew because of its investors. What we care about is our investors and our clients. That's our main focus. We don't want to be just another company. We're trying to differentiate ourselves from others. So these are the branches around the world that I just talked about. As I told you, in UK, in Cyprus, in Beirut, Lebanon. We also have in Jordan, in Mauritius, and in Dubai. To be honest, the regulation in Dubai by DFSA is one of the top regulations, as you all well know. So it might be a bit more complicated to proceed with DFSA, but you will be secure. Because of that, we deal with A banks like Emirates NBD, Mashreq Bank, First Abu Dhabi Bank. So all deposits and withdrawals are local, okay? And this is something that's very important, that is fast withdrawal and deposits on your trading accounts. Now, enough boring stuff. Let's go to the interesting part. I know that you guys mainly focus on what products do we offer, okay? So the Forex product is just as similar as everyone else: Euro, Pound, Swiss franc, Australian, Canadian. To me, these are the boring stuff. What interests me the most is stocks and the stock market and the funds. This is where you go for diversification. This is where you go for risk management and actually portfolio management. When you diversify, you have some equities. Maybe you go for Tesla. Maybe you go for NIO, the new Tesla in the market. Maybe for a little bit of shares of Apple. Maybe a fund. You know, there's a lot of nice funds. We have them on the platform. We have more than 4,200 products on our platform, and yet to come. Only this year we added up to 4,200 products. So we are still expanding. It's just the beginning. With all what's going on around us, with COVID-19, with all the closure, with all the economic turndown, online business is just growing for us. Why? Because our focus is not a currency. Our focus is not just, okay, you invest and go. No, we care about the client. We care about the portfolio. We care about diversity. We care about education. We try as much as we can support. The market is a 24/5 market. It doesn't wait for anyone. It's just fast moving. It's a supply demand. If we don't catch the opportunity, it will slip us. So we try as much as we can to support the investor. So these are the products that we have. As I told you, funds is something that we added recently, and we're getting a lot of traffic on that. Because a fund, after all, I want to invest in gold. But the gold commodity is very volatile. It moves. Okay, they found a vaccine, gold prices dropped. But I want a fund. I want to invest in companies that go for gold mining. I go for a fund, probably 30 plus companies, not only from the US, can be from US, can be from China, can be from Australia, anywhere around the world. You have them in this fund. And with this investment, you can go as minimum. There is no any minimum. You can start with a minimum amount that you require, or you can go up to billions. Billions and billions. It's your personal preference. So equities, funds, forex, indices. Indices is another attractive, to me is another attractive product. An index is a pool of stocks, as you all know. Let's say the Dow Jones. If the Dow Jones goes up, everyone knows that the American market is doing great. Why? Because the Dow Jones has top 30 companies, not only in one sector. It's from technology, from industry, from healthcare, from services. All those companies are found at the Dow Jones. So the Dow Jones reflect the US market. If you see the market is doing well, you can monitor this index. You can add it to your portfolio. It's a risky index. For that, you can add a stock, let's say. Stock is a bit less risky, is a bit less volatile. You can add a more risky product, like a currency, for instance. So this way, you go for a diversification. How will you do that alone? We try to educate you along the way. Probably it's a mutual. We are always learning. The market is fast moving. We keep learning every day about this. Even me, I get to read a lot about it, and I try as much as I can. You know, two things affect the markets. It's fundamentals and it's technicals. Fundamentals is when Trump tweets. It's when the GDP goes up. It's when, I don't know, businesses close down and suddenly there's no production, no operations. This is all fundamental. Everything you hear on the news, everyone knows fundamental. We love talking about fundamentals. The other thing is the technical. Technical is numbers. We get some experts in there. I don't want to break my brain to know what number would gold reach. What would the ounce of gold be in let's say, a month? Probably it would be $2,000. I don't know. I'll check the technicals. How about I combine both, technicals and fundamentals? I come up with a decision on my investment portfolio. So you guys need to care about those two things before you start or you plan your trade. So briefly, you need to know that CFI's mission is to deliver with passion. See, if you're not passionate about what you do, no need to do it. Do it with passion or just don't do it. It's not just another investment. It is the investment. It is the upcoming, probably future of business, having your own portfolio, thinking of a certain, probably a penny stock company that might be doing great. Probably 10 years ago, no one knew Apple would reach this much, or Tesla would go up to $2,000 and end up doing a stock split. Maybe it will go again to $2,000 and it will go again for a stock split, and you can be taking advantage of that. It's the new trend. It's a new thing. So basically, we work with passion. We try to compete. How do we compete? Not only by the products. Everyone has those products. We try to compete with the service that we provide. We try to compete with what we try to give as a competitive edge apart from other companies. Okay? So we strive as much as we can for a personal connection because, it's a market. So every day we talk about it. Even if you're just having lunch with someone, you might come up, talk about, I don't know, IBM, or talk about cryptos, or what happened to Bitcoin, what's going on with the world, why is everyone on digital currency right now? So this is just topics that we all talk about. So it's good to start your own. Just take that step and just do it your own. So as I said, we're spread around the world, we're regulated. When I first joined the company, my boss told me, we love regulations. We care about reputation and regulation. If we abide by this, everyone will be happy. So we try as much as we can to abide by regulations, and we probably might be patient and wait. Some people would tell us, why don't you go for, let's say, Bitcoin in Dubai. For the moment, no, we're not going to do that because we need a regulation for that. When it's regulated, then we might be doing that. So we wait for the right moment. We're not in a rush. We're not going to go take any regulation just to allow this because people want it. No, we wait for the legalities of it and we wait for regulations. We do it the right way. Better be patient than regret it. 22 years with all what's going on is considered something. It's because we abide by integrity. It's because we abide by regulations. It's because we are patient. Okay. So with the products that we offer, I'm not gonna bore you with what we offer. I'm sure you guys went around and probably you passed by our stand. If you didn't, please do CFI. We would love to have you there. So you need to really focus. Some people would tell me, what differentiates you than others? Everyone is offering the same products. Everyone is offering the same services. What differentiates you? Execution. Execution is something. I have some people coming saying, we tested your demo account, and we are looking for, with demo account, the execution might not be perfect, yet it's just a demo. And we have some people who tell us that your execution is almost much better than other demo accounts. Listen, everyone is good, everyone is regulated. I'm not saying anything. I'm just talking about what we have and what I tried and what I hear from people's experience. So, is this robot talking? Okay. So basically, ultra-fast execution, fast and accurate execution. STP prices. Some people would ask me, what is an STP? Why would you say STP? Why? Because it's a straight-through process. If you don't get straight prices from the liquidity down to your portfolio, then assure that something is not right. Some people would say, when I think the market is waiting for me. When I open a trade, everything goes down and I lose. But this is not true. There are many factors. Make sure you are taking the current market price. Sometimes 1 minute delay can make a big difference in your portfolio. So STP price, fast and accurate execution, these are something, when you are regulated, you cannot play around. You need to abide by those. Integrity, honesty. Also, with CFI, definitely these are something 24/5 support. We try not to be just another machine. We introduced recently, some people would tell me, I don't want leverage. I think you mostly know what leverage is. It increases your purchasing power. So what's a 1 to 50, 1 to 100, 1 to 200? Increases your purchase power. For every one you put, you get 30 times, 50 times, 100 times. So some people will tell me, I don't want leverage. I don't want risk. I want risk-free. We introduced a 1-to-1 cash account. This 1-to-1 cash account, my point is, it can also diversify your portfolio. You can have 1 to 100, 1 to 50, and 1 to 1. That's risk-free. You will only lose if the stock went down to 0. So this was something to diversify an additional risk-averse, if you want, diversification in the portfolio. So our trading conditions, I would like you to check, but mostly the execution is something key element in there, okay? So I want you to focus on that. And margin doesn't always need to be good. Margin is risky. But of course, with risk comes return, but you need to manage. How do you manage? There are some risk management factors and tips that everyone should know. And probably using 25% of my equity. I want to start with a 1 million. Okay, fine. I'll only invest in 200,000. That's how you do risk management. Everyone would talk about stop loss and take profit. I don't care about stop loss and take profit. If I'm using at 25%, I'm fine. Just you cannot go full in. This is the risk you need to manage. So some tips in there. This is just a small tip, but we have a big course about risk management, and I think not only in trading, this risk management should be used in everything else. Probably in your decision when you're buying something in the market, in the supermarket, priorities. Where would you prioritize? You get this amount of income, you know where your spending is. You cannot spend 100%. You end up, so as much as you do risk management in your daily life, you have to use that in your portfolio as well. You have to abide by a strategy.
You cannot change your strategy every second. You will never be a winner in the market if you change your strategy. You abide by something, you stick. You cannot be greedy. Everyone is greedy. Everyone starts making profit and keep the positions and want to invest more. No, just go in the right time, exit, and be a viewer. Take the opportunity, exit, and stop. Try not to be greedy. You need to control your emotions. With trading, there's a lot of psychology. You know, technical analysts, they rely on psychology as well when they do their technical analysis. So this is what supply and demand, technical analysis, psychology, they all go in one pool. Okay. A lot of people would always ask, is trading something good for me? You need to check. You need to ask yourself some questions. You need to know the company first. You need to do your good research because everyone, as I said, is regulated. Everyone is probably available in Dubai. I don't know, regulated from a certain body. But you need to do your research. This is something very important. Why CFI? I think I've said enough about it. And to be honest, we do compare ourselves to car racing. We love racing. We love cars. We love competition. You know, you cannot go into a turn without a plan. You need to have a plan. So plan comes with everything. It's just, I don't want to start with just throw money and then go invest. No, that's not something we want. We want keepers. We don't want one-time investors. We're not looking for a number. We're looking for sustainability. So that's why we're in the market for that long. That's why we even spend money on our quality people that we have in the company that we call family now, because we rely on sustainability. We start from zero, we go up to becoming heroes and seeing people succeed. Your success is our success. That's something very important. Thank you guys for your time.